My name's Nick, and welcome to my channel where I like to talk about scary stuff. And I am reporting from the car right now because I am about to go see Old, the new M. Night Shyamalan film. I did a trailer reaction for it. I was thinking because it's Shyamalan, they gotta keep it a little mysterious. I'm hearing they did not, and there are a lot of mixed reviews. I, of course, like to stay away from things that didn't really look at it, but I think it has like somewhere around a 50% on Rotten Tomatoes right now, so it's divisive, I'm going to assume, going in. I don't even know what to expect. I just thought that I would do a quick before and after. I'm just going to give you a brief, spoiler-free overview of my thoughts of the film once I watch it. Let's hope it's good. I'm just hoping for something watchable, hopefully a little thrilling, hopefully a little fun. I like the idea of a horror vacation and weird, spooky things happening on a beach. There's a lot going on that I'm just interested in aesthetically. So let's just hope it's a good time. I'll be back in a moment.
Mom? I'm right here.
Well, folks, that was a movie. So Old is about this family. They go on vacation and they head to this beautiful beach where they find that time moves very rapidly. So I'm just gonna say right off the bat that this was not for me. I'm pretty disappointed. Mostly, the number one thing that I will say about this movie is that it is just not very entertaining. Like, I don't love all of M. Night Shyamalan's films. However, I will always respect him. Signs is one of the movies that got me into genre film. And I feel like he's really good at making just plainly entertaining films. You can just go into one of his movies and be entertained even if it isn't always the best. I mean, The Happening is oddly watchable for as bad as it is, and wow, I'm really sorry to say already Old is kind of close to The Happening spectrum of his career. Not that bad. It isn't that laughably bad. In some parts I thought it was. I just did not take this movie very seriously. It just didn't really have the energy that the trailer had. The pacing was quite slow. The unfortunate thing about this movie is that time is moving so quickly, right? And our characters are aging so fast and we're moving forward constantly, but at the same time, like, not at all. Like, every time there's a new beat, there's almost no time for it to really land, so it doesn't really feel like there's any development. All of the character work just feels very blatant, just very straightforward. Some even just plain weak and lazy, in my opinion. I just felt like, why are we doing this? It's decent, it's fine, it's okay, but it didn't really do anything for me. Again, this is something that I have been kind of trying to put like the right word on when things just don't land for me personally. Because whenever I grade anything, commenting on anything, it's just, how did this work for me? I think this is like a pretty finely made film. It's well done in a sense, but it just lacked emotional resonance. It wasn't engaging. I just didn't care. I didn't give a single shit about anything happening in this movie. And one of the weird things was the way the oddball humor sort of came into play at like as the movie was getting to its most intense moments. All of a sudden there would be some sort of situational comedy or some sort of joke that was just like, what is this fly doing in my car? These moments would just sort of suck all of the energy out of the movie. I didn't get it. As far as like the scare factor goes for this movie, yeah, it wasn't thrilling. I was just kind of hoping to go see, at the very least, a decent summer popcorn thriller, and I was so bored. I really feel bad because I went in kind of hyped. I was excited for this film. I thought, you know what? Maybe going in with some lower expectations will really help. I'll just enjoy it for what it is. And I honestly cannot see myself like ever revisiting this for any reason. Like, it's weird, for as visually pleasing as just the images of the beach and our, of course, very attractive cast. God damn it, this fly. As far as the conclusion is concerned, without spoiling anything, I would just say if you are someone who wants hard answers, you're really not going to get that. And if I could say anything positive, I guess, about it, I did enjoy what the forces at work were up to. It was almost like a reverse of The Village, of like that ending in terms of how I felt about the end of The Village. I really didn't like it. And in this case, I was like, oh, I see that. That makes sense. Okay. Ultimately, I just found it wasn't my cup of tea. It just wasn't very entertaining to me. And I wouldn't rush out to go see it, because I did, and it was a pretty dull crowd. Actually, there were some really talkative people. Do not go to the movies just to talk, okay? Stay home. As for the concept, I'll give it a 4 out of 5 because I really enjoyed the concept of this mystical beach where time sort of has its own rules. But ultimately where it went, just, I mean, for the most part, wasn't much there. For the execution, I'm gonna give it a 2.5 out of 5 because, again, I think it was finely made, just not in a way that really worked for me. Again, especially the way the oddball humor was placed within these intense scenes, it just completely broke up it was like complete tonal imbalance to me. It just didn't work for me. As far as the entertainment value is concerned, I'm gonna give it a 2 out of 5. I honestly started yawning. Like, that is the worst sign. And I mean, sure, it's a little late, but again, I came in with the energy and Old sucked it all out of me. You will feel like you are being turned into a carcass watching this movie. Now, that's a little much. I'm sure some people are into it, but yeah, this is where it really failed for me. As for my personal grade, I'm gonna give it a 2 out of 5. I guess. I don't know. I mean, I feel like it isn't like super bad. It's just super bland in my opinion. And I mean, my least favorite feeling to have walking out of a movie theater is to just feel nothing. And that's kind of where I'm at. Like, I'm just feeling nothing. I didn't hate it. I certainly didn't love it. I'm just like, yeah, that was a movie. You could watch it. If you enjoyed it, though, I would love to hear your thoughts, so share those in the comments. Thank you guys so much for dealing with this video if you've made it to the end. You see why I normally wear a hat? There's a lot happening up here. It's a lot. I'm gonna go. Feel free to follow me on Instagram and Letterboxd if you want more movie recommendations. Thank you again. I greatly appreciate it as always. I hope you're having a fantastic day and you didn't waste any money seeing Old. That's it for this video, but I won't stop you from watching another.